Hey guys, welcome back to Buster's Corner. We are working on the next gen car. Is my current project. Kind of using it this season, learn how it operates, learn how to make the adjustments on it with the shock packages and the springs and things like that, and things that we don't have available to us. Well, for me, I came from running the tour car, so there's things this car does not have, or it's a lot different. There's not a lot of information out there on YouTube on working on these. So I'm going to show you what I have first set up. This is for Texas coming up next week, season 4 Texas. I'm going to show you what I've got, and I'm going to show you some Aztec stuff and some Motec stuff, some geometry numbers. And we're going to compare this to the stock setup that you get out of the box, because some guys like to try and run that stock setup in an open class and think they can survive, and they can't. Idiots. Do what you want to do. It's your game. Okay, so let me start this off with, bring this up. Our custom paint is made by Make Graphics. He's not a sponsor, but I loved his work, so I thought I'd share that with you. Marconi Setup Shop website, that's a website, and they have a promo for 10% off everything you get at Marconi. Kenny Zions has his own setup shop, 5% discount using Buster's Corner. And the promo code up here is Buster for Marconi. So the next gen cars, Marconi and there's Ryko down here. Ryko's been giving us a hand off and on with some stuff. All three good guys. All three good guys. They contribute. You know what I mean? These guys contribute to the game. So that's what I like about these guys. I've always said in some other videos, if you're learning how to do setups and you might want to go out and buy yourself a couple of setups in the course of the season, so you can learn what they're doing and copy what they're doing. You know, buy one of their cars and cut it up and take the parts you like and throw away the parts you don't like. And of course, setup contributors is Tom Hogan, Bill Hogan, my brothers. There are four of us racing. Jim is out there. I should put his name in there too, huh? Sorry, Jim. Okay, so we're gonna start this off with. Let me see, where are we at? Oh, 96 degrees, and I'm at 60% here, so it's gonna be slow. We've been testing in the 85 range, about 10 degrees cooler, and I'm running 29.8s, 29.9s with it by myself. But it's a drafting track, really. But the real thing here is I'm going to show you the programs we have to help us build this. Let's go. Okay, this is the stock setup. Any notes? No notes. This is the stock setup, Texas 2020 oval. I'm going to run a few laps with this. We'll take a look at the geometry on this, and we'll compare it to what I have put together. Okay, all we need is 3 laps here. So this is the point where you can fast forward it until you see my setup screen on your TV set, on your computer. You don't actually need to run 3 laps. It is kind of tricky here, though. So here's something I learned today. I was watching somebody else's video from May. And I'll show you what that is. I don't know if you can hear it. This thing is scraping the ground hard, like you're dragging a muffler. When you get in this corner right here, it gets a little tight. Burp the throttle, that unlocks the rear end. Okay? So here under throttle, you have a locked rear end. When you're in that corner, you want to slip a little bit. Now this one here is not too bad. We can take this one pretty good here at the bottom. It's scraping like a muffler falling off, like I said. When you get down to the big turn, where you carry more speed, you just kind of burp that throttle. See how it sucks right down to the bottom for me? That's called unlocking the rear end. This is sworn. I may need to try that on my setup more so, but it's really going to depend. I'm not sure what the draft's going to do if you get a bunch of cars lined up. We did do some testing. Brother Bill and Brother Tom got 3 laps. One more. Okay, this time I did not burp it. And then here we go. But you can see it's really pushing on exit right there. You don't burp it. So I gotta do some more research on that whole burping thing. saying, this is new to me, and it's new to a lot of people. But some guys have it dialed in already. So if we're going to get ready for next season, because next season they're going to update this car and probably put all the finishing touches on the geometry of it, is my belief. So we're trying to get ahead of the game here. Okay, quick look at our laps. 31, 30, 31. Okay. Now, let's take you over and show you some cool stuff. First, I like bring up my Atlas. Brother Tom did all of our books here, our Atlas and our Motec is all done through Brother Tom. The guy is a retired engineer and race car driver. He used to drive race cars too. So, which makes him a double killer asset, right? All right, pull up my file here. This one. Double click on that. Now, this is the Atlas that we use. Now, this what I look for here is I'm looking at my ride heights over here. Get my glasses on so I can see this. I hope you guys can see. I think in high def you can see this. All right. So the bottom two numbers right here. These four corners are my ride heights. This is the center spoiler ride height. If I look over here for this particular lap, which is my fastest, I'm 0.9 inches is the highest it traveled, and it went down to 0.0, 1.7, 0.2, 1.2, 0.1, 2.0, 0.3. Okay, that's the ride heights it traveled during that lap. And I can take this little line right here, and I can move it probably right down here is where it's probably bottom. That left one was 0. Let's see. If I watch, right there it is. If I watch over to my left, see that 0? And there's where the car was, my map over here. That's where the car was when it bottomed out right there. Okay, so bottoming out a car is never good. And the left rear is at 0.1. All right. Now, the spoiler here in the front is 0.3 higher because the spoiler is flat and it kind of curves up like this. Well, we're measuring, when they do the math on this, according to Tom, they're measuring it from the center of the spoiler. Well, the center of the spoiler is 0.3 higher than the outside edge. So if my spoiler is 0.3, these are touching on the ground, the outside edges, okay? That's what we're looking at. So, and you can see this one here in the middle is at a 0.3. So the spoiler is also, well, it's not scraping, it should be. All right. But the right side's at 0.2. This is 0 all the way across, well, 0.2. And 0.2 is a quarter of an inch, right? 0.250. Okay, so that's really what I'm looking for on this one. All right, let's close this out, close this down. Okay. Now we're going to do it to pull up our Motec. And this has the same stuff, but I like the other one too. Pull up my file, right, this one. Now this is the stock setup. Now let me go over here to this one. Downforce versus speed. This is our downforce bar right here with the stock setup as it travels. Now see the top line, this is our speed. All right, so the bottom here is in corner, right? Actually, wait, it should be all, we're flat footed the whole thing. So, well, because we lose speed in the corners, duh, dummy. Okay, and this is our straightaways. So this yellow line is how much downforce this car has. None. Actually, it's at 1525. All right, negative. Let me see. If we come down here, this one down here. Bear with me, guys. Our rake. This is our center rake. Negative 0. As high as 0.43 and an average of 0.21. So these are bad numbers. That's all I'm showing you. And your suspension history right there. The backs don't look too bad. The fronts could probably use a little bit of work. But this whole thing, I don't know if this is actually working that good on the next gen as it should be. And if it is working at 100%, I probably don't have it figured out yet. Okay, so that's what I want to show you there. Was primarily our downforce. What we have here, 1525, and this is a negative 1 right here. And the car scraping the ground. Okay, now with all that said, here's the setup that I'm sharing with you. Oops, Texas, this one version 2. Okay. Now, what I did, well, I guess we'll go run some laps. I'll tell you what I did with it, huh? Let's go see how Sheila handles. Okay, so we're going to do 3 laps, so you can go get a Coke, get a beer. No, I would actually, I'd stick around for this one. Because this thing handles so much better. I got it loosened up. I got it to rotate a lot easier. I'm scraping a little bit now. The next gen car has skid plates on the bottom. There's 4 of them. Okay, so I am scraping the skid plates a little bit. I think it pretty much goes away once the tires get fuller. Watch, look at me, stuck right down to the bottom. Right down to that white line I can go. Okay. I didn't change the gear on this. This is all springs, shocks, caster, camber, things like that. Got the same 411 gear. I probably won't mess with that until I actually get into a session and see just how much the draft's going to affect the gearing. That's pretty smooth. That's a pretty smooth setup. Tires, I think we're going to be okay. It's a 100 lap race. The fuel's good for about 55 laps. So I'm hoping we can get 50 laps on a set of tires. I've only ran as far as 10 laps, and yeah, I'm down to about 98. I think the right front is down to about 98. Everything else is at 99. So I think it'll handle it. But we'll find that out. So if you guys get to running this and you find there's something going on, make sure you leave the comments down below so we can fix it. One more lap. Just because it's fun to drive. .0 at 89 degrees is pretty good. I'll take that. All right, let's see what we got. Don't smoke the tires. Do a tire check while we're there. We use about 5 laps at that time. Stop, stop, stop. Laps. So we were running 30.1, 30. Oh, we got 000 and then a 1. So definitely faster. Okay, let's go look at some stuff. What is this? I don't know what that is. I'm looking for this one first. My Atlas. I'll bring up this one. Get my glasses on so I can read this thing. I hope you guys can see this on the video. Alright, so now my lowest here is a 0.8, 0.4 for my fast. Oh, that's my in lap. Hold on. Let's change this over. Okay, this got to a 0.3. This got to a 0.3, and this got to a 0.3 as the lowest points. All right, that's tight. That's right down the bottom. Look at the back, 0.5, 0.5. That's pretty. I'm liking that already. Let's go see on the track. Let's see. Maybe I got issues. Let's find out if I got issues. 0.4. Where's my lowest? That's on corner exit down here in the bottom right. And look at these numbers I got. 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.5. That's pretty much on corner exit. That car's pretty flat. Let's go take a look here in my corner here. Oh, let's go up mid corner here. 0.6, 0.5, 0.7, 0.8. That's pretty good there, Bob. But if you go back to the straightaway though, I think you'll see something I'd like to fix it if I can. This is going to be under acceleration, right? Because we're still got power down. Down the straightaway, 0.8, 1.7, 1.2, 2.1. So the right side's up a little bit, but not much I can do about that. I can only spend so much time working on setups. But this looks pretty good. And the splitter is lower than this side. It's going to be 1.1, but it's a little bit higher over here. But that's just down straightaway. So you got, I mean, yeah, you can pick up straightaway speed and then you got cornering speed. So, but anyway, I'm going to take that as a win. Now, let's go to our Motec. Here's the cool stuff. Here's the cool shit, buddy. Let's open up the other one right here. Look at this. This is my downforce number right here, this yellow line. See how it matches the speed of the car? All right, I got a 1531 up here. My rake, 0.08, so it's up off the ground. 0.49, average of 28. Okay. And if you have more time, I'll be able to get better numbers right here. But I'll take that 1531 right there. All right, that's our average downforce. And look at this. This was a negative number before. Actually, oh no, I did it wrong. Oh, this one and this one. There we go. All right, so no, that didn't show up right either. That didn't show up right. That's okay. Get rid of that. Negative 15. Okay, anyway, but you get the point of it. Okay, so now I'm going to go back and show you why. And then the suspension history. The back's looking pretty good. I don't know how to get rid of this thing right here. I don't know if I get rid of that or not. Hopefully somebody's going to learn someday how to get this one looking better in the front to match the back, or that's just the way it is. I don't know for sure. All right, guys, that's what I want to show you with Motec. So with all that being said, all right, we got the speed. Here's the setup. Let me give you some numbers here. So here's where you pause to take a picture. Each of these numbers are very, very important that you get them correct. All right, so there's that. Okay, let's go back to the front. Let you get your pictures here. Or pause it. That one. And you're going to take a picture of that one right there as well. Okay. Now, let's talk about the setup a little bit. So in the setup, we are using spring rates for ride heights. All right. And where we used to have a track bar in the back, you're using this to loosen the car up. All right. So if you go higher with this, you'll loosen the back end up. Pretty straightforward. But the biggest problem you have with this is these ride heights from here to here. Okay. If these get too far out of whack, you'll lose your downforce on this car. All right. I believe I'm about 0.5. I usually take a calculator and I take this number, subtract this number, and that's the number I try to maintain. And this is going to be 5 something here. It's like 5.06 maybe. And same with here. The relative between this number and this number has got to stay the same. So if you start changing stuff like caster or your camber, which we may need to adjust some of this camber once we get some more testing done. But whatever you do, you've got to keep the split between here and here. So if you don't have Motec, all right, to figure this stuff out, you've got to keep that number right there. And I'll tell you right now, you're going to take this number and you're going to keep it forever. So when you go to build your own setup, you're going to punch this number back into your setup. Once you get the car off the ground where it's not dragging a muffler, all right, that's great. Get the front end where it needs to be and get your spring set up. Once you get your setup kind of like where you want it, before you start messing with shocks, then go in and put that ride height split into your setup, all right? And then go run a few laps and see if it came in for you, and it should. If it didn't, you need to raise the back one click, or lower, or maybe keep the front where it's at as close as you can. If you like your ride height, keep the front where it's at. Write these numbers down. Raise the back one click. Go try a few laps. If it got faster, do it again. Do it again. until it gets slow. Once you get slower, they go back down. Then go back down the scale the other way and see at what point do you fall off, because you will fall off this. And just for the kicks, let's just try something. Okay, you got all this. Okay, okay. Nose weight, slide the weight forward, of course. Loosen it up a little bit. The shocks, I really put some work into the front shocks on this. I didn't put a lot of work into the back. I think I went and got the stock stuff. That's so time consuming. I don't think I have a total handle on all that stuff yet. But if you don't have the Motec stuff to do your shocks, I would take the stock shocks. I would work on the slopes. If nothing else, work on the slopes. So high speed rebound slope and high speed compression slope. Rebound slope and compression slope. Okay. They say the bumpier the track, the higher the slope number. Okay. And the deal there is the slope number is, well, you got to research. I'm not going to go into slopes. There's a video out there that iRacing did on slopes and stuff like that. It's there it is. Like a 26-page thing on shocks that they put out. You should read it. Okay, so I'm just about done here, but let me just show you something just for kicks. Okay, let's take and raise the back of this car up. 2 clicks on both sides. See if we get faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Maybe I'll get faster. But I just want to show you what it does to it. We'll know pretty quick here. See the red number on the dashboard? Oh yeah. Raising that up also raises your center line, center of gravity, and it'll loosen that car up too. That's not bad too far for first lap, 0.09. Now we should be seeing some green. Down the straightaway. Is it going up or down? Stayed right there at the 0.2. Well, I think we loosened up in the corners and got some speed there. Okay, straightaway speed, 0.02. Is it going up or down? On the back straightaway, watch your delta bar and see if you're picking up speed or losing speed in the straightaway. Okay, 0.03. It stayed. We'll check the next straightaway. One more time. Six, 7. Well, let's check our numbers out. Actually, it didn't do us as bad as I thought it was going to do. Let's go check some numbers. Don't smoke the tires. Don't smoke the tires. You can't test them. You can't check them. Laps 09030310 7015 0, yeah, about the same. Didn't really, wow, didn't affect us at all, did it? It's up here, it's up to a 1. Oh, it's a 1 right there too. It's actually faster down. Let's go see what Motec says though. Hello, Motec. Okay, write this number down first. Hold on. Our total downforce number is a 1531. That's this number right here, 1531. $15.26. That's our average downforce number. So it did go down. It went the wrong way. All right. So that's not something you're going to feel just working in your garage. Are you? Oh. Okay. So there you go. That's our Motec. That's going to change right there. Overview. 155 to 158 to 157. Next gen rake angle goes from a 155 to a 158. That's 0.03 difference. Oh, what was the other one? Whoops. I don't need that. I need I want this one. 156 to a 158. 0.02 difference. All right, let's get out of here. I think that's all I got for you. So that's Motec, and this was Atlas. Okay. Laps. I say they're about the same right here, even though Motec tells us it's not as good. So you're off by just a hair. All right. Tires. That was a short stint. 99, 99, 100. I tried bringing this tire in, and boy, I got a lot slower. So I don't know until I get a good run on this thing. Actually, I'll probably put a server up today and do an open server. See if I can get a group of guys in and do some drafting to see what that's going to be. If I have any changes to it, I'll try and put them down below. All right. Your comments leave down below. Please subscribe. We need the subscriptions bad in order to keep this channel going. What else? I'm not going to save that change. All right. Anything else I can change here? Remember, if you change camber caster anywhere on this car, make sure you write your ride heights down first so you can come back to it. Make sure you get the split front to back so you can come back to it. All right. And you can play at the cross, but yeah, a lot of stuff you can play with here. Okay, you guys, that's all I got. I don't want to take this too long. So I'm going to continue doing the setups for you guys on the next gen car as I learn them and develop them. Hopefully I get some feedback from you guys and maybe stuff I'm missing. Like I said, I have no problem against setup shops, but if we can work together and share some setups, it'll save us some money. That's kind of the deal right there. All right, guys, thanks for watching Buster's Corner. Please subscribe. I do appreciate it. And give us a big like down the bottom. And if you got a buddy that needs a setup, feel free to share the setup. At some point, I will share them in the lobbies and races I go into. Not my first race. After I get my first race in, then I'll share this in the lobby so the population has it. And you will have it for Monday Night Racing. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye-bye.